I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by ForensicGameology.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less. Ticket to Ride Nederland, the map collection 4 of the Ticket to Ride series, in which we've got... Well, let's just talk about some of the differences between this and the other Tickets to Ride. The obvious difference when you first open it up is that each of these routes cost a toll. So you get these coins to start the game, and you pay the toll to the bank. Or if you go to one of these spaces first, and then somebody goes alongside you, they pay the toll to you. So that's the big mechanism that makes things different here. And those coins also decide the bonuses. If you have the most at the end, you'll get 55 points, and then down from there, like 35, 20, 10. And then you could also go into debt and then not earn a bonus, but also lose points, but still be able to play your trains out. One of the other big things that's not so obvious at first, but you'll find out, is that these tickets are gigantic. They're in the 30s, the 20s, and there are a lot of them. This spans the entirety of the board. You're always going north to south, up and down, coast to coast. Like if this was the portrait or the landscape USA map, it'd be coast to coast. And that's just how the game plays. Let's talk simplicity versus complexity.
This game does add a layer of complexity to base Ticket to Ride. Ticket to Ride is a pretty simple game, I would say. You pick up trains and you place them and you're trying to complete routes. Same thing here, but the complexity that's added is in these routes and having to manage this as well as your normal tickets. You want to complete your tickets, but you also need to have money to be able to complete your tickets. So that is another layer that you have to add on. To me, it doesn't seem like it's that much more, but it is another thing you have to think about because those bonuses are huge. 55 points is massive for a bonus.
Yeah, this is on the more complex end of the Ticket to Ride series. All of them, they're all pretty easy and all pretty simple to understand and to play. But on their own spectrum, this is one of the most complex, I'd say, along with, say, Rails and Sails and possibly, say, Pennsylvania. Something like that, where there's an extra element added, because now you have to think, I've got this hidden information, people are turning in coins, they're giving coins to the people, and I can't really track it, or I could try to track it by memory. But it is more complex, although still a simple game. On the complexity, on the spectrum of Tickets to Ride, this is complex. Luck versus strategy.
So this game changes, I think, the strategy a little bit, similar to what Pennsylvania, where you want to play your trains down as quick as possible. You don't want to hoard your cards because you want people to pay you. You don't want to be paying everyone else the entire game. So if you're one of those players that waits until they get all of their routes then play, you're going to be paying a lot of people and you're not going to be getting a lot of money. So if you know you need a route, get it, and then you'll get paid. Hopefully someone will need to go there. If you're playing 5 players, someone most likely will need to go there. So that is the strategy changes, but I don't know that changes the whole balance of luck and strategy. There's still a good balance, just like your normal Tickets to Ride.
Yeah, I mean, this one adds the fact that you discard your cards face up so people can tell where you aren't choosing to go. The coins, the fact that you're not just using the coins to get your trains on the board, which you definitely are, but also you're trying to keep the most so you can get a gigantic bonus at the end. This does add a strategic element that is not missing in other Tickets to Ride, but is different. And so I've always thought the luck and strategy balance of Ticket to Ride was very good. This does not upset that, but it does add more in a different way on the strategy side. Fun versus boring. This is a fun game. I just like Ticket to Ride. I'm predisposed to like games like this after having enjoyed the base set and just all the expansions up until now. But this is probably my least liked, or tied for first least liked with Ticket to Ride Europe. In part because I feel that a lot of the game comes down to inadvertent blocking. And I mean like a lot. Like we played the other day and several spots on the board were just gone. And there was nothing you could do to get there. And one of our friends, Mark, needed to go to Antwerp. 3 tickets through to Antwerp, couldn't connect. I didn't connect 4 of my 5 tickets. I got negative 82 points. Molly didn't complete a single one of her tickets. Negative 80-something points just on tickets. Just all that negative. And boy, coming out of that hole, Molly's score was 3. I think mine was 13. High score, 200. So that inadvertent blocking is a big deal, and I prefer a Ticket to Ride like, say, Africa or Nordic countries where the blocking is intentional, and I'm trying to oust you from a spot and get there first and whatnot, whereas here, it's such a mad scramble, such a land grab to make sure that you don't pay without getting paid with those tokens, that it's just a little too much for me. I don't like having to keep track of that extra currency. Still like the game, but on the spectrum of Tickets to Ride, this one is not as high as, say, USA or Africa or Nordic countries.
Agreed.
For me.
I agree. I forgot to mention complexity, simplicity, whatever that one's called. That one of the elements that makes this game more complex is the font that they use for these cities. It is almost impossible to read at quick glance the names of these cities. So not only do I not speak Dutch, so I don't know what they say, I can't read the font. And so that makes it difficult so it makes it go longer for me. And so I don't like that part of it. And it's just not...
And these aren't on the same order. They're not
the same order, not left to right, up, down, whatever it is. Yeah, well, that's normal in all Tickets to Ride, which is obnoxious. But, so that is something that I dislike about it. But I don't know, it just doesn't excite in the same way that other Tickets to Ride do. And we're huge fans of it. But this is one of my lesser favorites. On the BGG... And yeah, I think that would be why, and I don't know if I care for the system of this, managing this as well as...
What is this, the tokens?
The tokens and paying as well as, although, I mean, I do like it. I'd give it a 6, so it's...
I'd definitely give it a 6 on the Board Game Geek rating system.
Yeah. So I like it.
Yeah, it's not a 5, it's not take it or leave it, it's just not the one I would pick normally. I would pick a different Ticket to Ride to play.
Yeah, I guess I don't like the strategy of this one.
But I wouldn't say no if you wanted to play it.
Yeah, I guess I just like the other strategies more. Ticket to Ride Nederland. We've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.